I have tried to illustrate here the number of challenges we had to deal with, and I have enumerated them, taking into account the difficulties for overcoming these challenges, according to my view. So we had to deal with the challenge of avoiding the aggregation of the particles. We have to make the particles to penetrate across the mucus. We had to deal with this important challenge, loading the peptide in a sufficient amount, but at the same time controlling its release. And this final challenge has been very critical to be able to incorporate the nanocarriers into a solid dosage form. And finally, we also found that even when the particles were mucodiffusive, however, most of them did not translocate across the epithelium. We say we have to tackle all the biological barriers associated to the oral modality of administration one by one. We have to make the particles stable, not to aggregate. They have to penetrate across the mucus, and then they will reach the underlying epithelium. We have been hearing many times this today. And so the key question is, what is the cargo? What is the peptide? Because a very important problem that very few people talk about is that the peptide may be lost in their way, either here, through the mucopenetration, and even when they are here, some of the particles may enter the epithelium. Only a few of them will cross the epithelium, and they deliver the peptide. So what is the future? We believe that the future is on the use of novel materials, but we also believe that we need to modify the peptides to make them adaptable for the delivery carrier. So in both sense, modify the materials, modify the peptides. Of course, we need new analytical tools, although we have generated a few already in this consortium. We think that the rational design, because we are getting to know more and more about the interaction with nanomaterials with biological surfaces, we are more ready to go for a rational design according to a target product profile and with the early definition of the quality attributes. We have to keep in mind from the beginning of our experiments the final dosage form. Some people were mentioning that, but we experienced great difficulties that we didn't expect at the beginning when we tried to convert our nanocarriers into a powder that could be put into a capsule or into the sigmoid technology. So, the other recommendation we have got from several people, from our advisors, is that to go to human tissue experiments as soon as possible, because the information coming from CACO2 cells is kind of, every particle can enter CACO2 cells almost, and also to go as early as possible with large animal models. So at the end, we hope that we have a new nanomedicine candidate that eventually will go into the clinical development phase. We will see tangible outcomes. Well, 51 researchers have been working in Trans-Int, 15 PhD students, 25 exchanges of researchers between 8 different labs. We have organized a conference together with the Alexander Consortium. David Braden organized a CRS workshop on peptide delivery. We have organized a number of webinars and videos. We have produced so far 300 documents, 50 publications, and as far as I know, I think we will produce at least as much in the coming year. And we have also produced a monographic issue on oral peptide delivery in the Advanced Drug Delivery Review journal, which is the highest impact factor journal in our field.